What is the reason that I read Marvel? The long, rich history of never-ending stories always to be continued. That anything that has happened in another book by another writer and another artist in another editor's team can be referenced and expanded on and repurposed later on, and also retroactively making that past story more valuable. Not in just the sense of it'll be worth more money, but more meaning and care for that. That attracts me to Marvel and made me want to start reading these. The movies were great, and then I said there's more where I don't have to wait every 6 months for the newest feature. Okay, 616 it is. And I read these comics. I don't care for comic book stories that happen outside of continuity, that are not canon. My favorite word in the English dictionary. If it's not canon, then I can dismiss it as a DC comic. It plays the same importance and relevance to the 616 story, which I am invested in. I like that what's happening to Kamala Khan also happens to Thor. And sometimes Loki crosses over and is featured in that comic. Marvel. I like how Wolverine happens in the same universe that someone like Spider-Man happens. Marvel. What's making me read comics is what's taking me out of comics presently. Because as you can see in these latest events, Heroes Reborn. Wrong page. Heroes Reborn. They're introducing new characters, which I'm all for, except they don't exist. There's Night Gwen. So, I need to say to Marvel today, stop. Resume continuing and building on the 616, because that's where the money resides. Where the money resides, where the money resides. The Black Panther has a comic that's ending this month. Resume it, put a new creative staff on it, and make it important to the other big 10 characters that you have. And the X-Men, them too. And also, what happens in the X-Men comics need not to be forgotten when a new writer takes over. Like it happened with X-Men Gold, and like it seems to have been happening the last 10 years since Bendis took over. Really nothing gets expanded on. Don't introduce these new mutant characters with old mutant powers. That's a totally separate thing, but I had to slip that in there. But don't introduce mutants if you're not going to build on them later on. Because, God, that's all that's been happening. They're doing the first part of what I like, but not the second part, where it's looking at the rich history and saying, yeah, there's even more richness to make the history better. They're just saying F that. Jonathan Hickman did do that by making Tempest and Gold Balls part of the team. Cool. No one else is doing that. And honestly, I think that Jonathan Hickman has checked out of Marvel Comics. Jerry Duggan is doing this. Jerry Duggan. And I predict that, look, 4 Omega Mutant, right? Four of them, they're going to create their own planet. They're going to go to the Shi'ar Empire. Yeah, we got this planet lying around, but it's like a volcanic, really hot planet. Don't worry, we have mutant for that. That's why Iceman's there. Cools it down. Magneto comes, takes care of the gravity situation. Storm makes it tropical and habitable to live. And then Jean Grey's there because she's Omega, right? You don't need a reason to have Jean Grey there. So they create a planet where they use the volcano Earth to make an X on the planet because, branding. And they got Plan B. Planet B. I should write Marvel Comics. I like Marvel Comics. But as long as stuff like Heroes Reborn is happening, they will not be getting my money. They should be doing stuff like Reptile. This character. He's new. Where did he come from? I don't know. Avengers Academy, right? But let's build on that. Let's build on this new kid who transforms into reptile is pretty unique. I know there's Beast Boy, but for Marvel Comics, let's see what he's about. I'll check him out, and if I like it, I like it. But I will check him out, and I will not be the reason why this comic book fails. I'll be checking out. It's only a 4-parter too. That's not much to commit to. I would recommend everyone else check it out just to see. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't. No, I can recommend it, but I can't vouch for it like it'll be good or not. So I'm picking up issue number 1. I'll pick up issue number 2 and issue number 3. And if it sucks, I won't get issue number 4 myself. Chill. I'm out. Appreciate the good comics while they're here.